Hey guys, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you doing? Well, one of my subscribers asked about the Northern Lights color from Megabass and how it compares to the other companies that have jerkbaits that have this same color. So I asked the question, is this the most popular jerkbait color right now? I've been throwing it a lot lately and doing very well. And it seems to be getting very popular with a lot of people. So I'm going to show you the different baits I have that are like it and very similar. But I mean, there's the Megabass Vision 110 plus 1, and that is the Northern Lights color. So what we're looking at here, and every one of these is a little slightly different, but you're going to have some purple on there. You're going to have the chartreuse on the belly. Now the Megabass version has some blue right on the head. So of all of them, this one is the coolest one, I think. Not that these other ones aren't nice too. Just because I just love their paint jobs. Now, let's also remember, ow, oh, shoot, that this is a $25 jerkbait too. So you better be getting some quality paint jobs for that, right? But that's the Megabass Northern Lights 110 plus 1. Here's just the regular, you know, this is the one I've been throwing. I've been throwing the regular 110. So there's your Vision 110 from Megabass. You can see these hooks are a little bent out from last week in Vermont, especially that guy right there. Got to put a new hook on there or bend that one back into shape. There's your regular, you know, if you guys are new to Megabass, you've never seen them, that's the regular 110. There's your 110 plus 1, which will get a little deeper. Obviously, it's got that bigger bill. And I also have the 110 plus 1 junior size, which is pretty cool. So I do like that junior size sometimes too in that plus 1. Here's one that I've shown you guys a lot of Pete from Stoneman and Son Lures. This is one that's similar, only Pete's doesn't, and I don't think he was trying to make that pattern anyway. I just happen to have one that's kind of similar. It's just got, it's a dark top. It doesn't have that purple to it, but it's a clear body with that chartreusey bottom to it. This is more of a black with some blue flake on there, but I'm sure Pete, if you said, Pete, I want this, he could do it. So if you're looking for somebody to give you a custom paint job for that Northern Lights, you could do it. Let's see, what's the next one I pulled out? Oh, the Smithwick. Here's the Smithwick, and I wrote these down so I didn't forget the names of them. And some of them I'm not even sure of. This is that Perfect 10, and that's their Northern Lights color. Now, the only difference here, they have a little green on the top of it, but it's got that purple, it's got that chartreuse belly, but there is some green on the top. They don't have the blue on the snout like the Megabass there, but it's a nice looking bait. And their regular FX series one, when this came out last year and I used it, I did very well with this. As I think I told you guys the story, I was killing them around here at home on this color. And then I go up to Champlain and I make 2 casts, and the pike stole it. So now I've replaced it since then. But that's that Smithwick Rogue, that FX series, and that's their Northern Lights color. That's pretty cool too. This is a good jerkbait, and this is a lot less. Cost you a lot less. You can get 3 of these for the price of 1 Megabass. So don't forget about the Smithwick Rogue. It's a great jerkbait. It still works. You'll definitely catch them. Let's see. What's the next one I got here? The Berkeley Stunner. And I think they call theirs just Northern Lights too. Yep, Northern Lights. So let's see how their Northern Lights looks. The Berkeley Stunner, very good jerkbait. This is their plus 1. This is the regular one. So their Northern Lights does have the blue like the Megabass, and it does have that purple accent here. Not as much purple as the Megabass. If you look at the Megabass next to it, it doesn't have more purple in it. But it does have that green on the top, much like the Smithwick Rogue. But this is a good jerkbait. Done very well with that. That's the plus 1 in the 112, and that's the regular just 112 from Berkeley. So the Berkeley Stunner is another good option for you. Great jerkbait, one of my favorites. This is one of their old the cutters, and that's kind of similar. They don't make these anymore. I don't know if you can find them. I haven't looked. Maybe they're on eBay. It's really not that old of a jerkbait. They've got to be around somewhere. There may be someone who has them on discount. This was a good jerkbait. And that's kind of, I don't even remember what they called this, but it does have the purple, does have the chartreuse belly. It's got some little differences to it, but this is the old cutter, that's kind of similar to a Northern Lights type pattern right there. Let's see, what else we got here? Showed you that one. The 6 Sense Provoke. Now, I hope I have these colors right. I wouldn't say they have a true Northern Lights type color, but they do have some that are similar. Probably the most similar one, and I think I have the color right. I believe this is the Hogwalla color. I hope I have it right. I think I do. And that doesn't have any green on top. It does have a little blue hue here, but it has the purple top. It does have the yellow on the belly, so that's kind of close, and that's the Hogwalla from 6 Sense. The Provoke is a very good jerkbait, very good jerkbait. And I'm sure you guys who are following online, there's a lot of companies are starting to have sales. There's a Veterans Day sale going on for 6 Sense, I'm sorry, 6 Sense, for Land Big Fish right now. Tackle Warehouse has started their, Black Friday sales with a bunch of stuff on sale. So if you guys are looking to stock up, now is a good time. But that's the Hogwalla color from 6 Sense. And that's kind of similar to a Northern Lights color. If you like a bait with some purple on it and that's got a little blue, it's got the yellow on the belly, or the shark, I guess it's more yellow than the chartreuse. But that's a good one. And the other one, I think I have this right. I hope I do. This is the color that they refer to as Wabi Sabi. And that's got more chartreuse on it. The whole belly is chartreuse. The clear belly, or the clear body, I should say. And the purple on the top with a little, looks like purple and then a little green. So it's got that green on there. Now, look at that Megabass again. When you do look at the Megabass, it is a little bit of a green too on the top there. Which now that I really look at these close up and compare them, it does have a little bit of green on the back. It's not all just purple. So some of them it's more obvious. So I would say, in my opinion, the Wabi Sabi is like their version, excuse me, of the Northern Lights. But there's that regular Provoke 106. Figures I make a video, now I can't talk. And here it is in that DD series. It'll get a little deeper. So if you're looking for from 6 Sense, I'd go with the Wabi Sabi. Excuse me. That's why I leave this here when I do these videos. And I haven't even been talking that long. And the last one that I could find in my box of 1,000 jerkbaits is the Strike King, and that's the KVDs, the 200 series, the 300 series. So here's the 200 series, and they call it, this one is, I believe, Strobe Shad. I hope I have the name right. It looks like it in the pictures, and that's got the chartreuse on the belly, and that one has more of a blue back. I don't really see any purple in it, in that one. And there's that 300 series, but in the deeper diver. I don't see any purple in it. They may have one out that I haven't seen yet, but I was just looking on the different websites, and I didn't see anything that really resembled as much as that Strobe Shad did. It doesn't have the purple in it. It's got more of a blue to it. But, when you kind of roll it through the light, it does kind of have a little maybe purple hue to it. It's similar. It's similar, and that's not the same. Let's see. What are these other colors I pulled out? This is one they call the Pro Purple Headed, the Pro Purple Headed Hammer. And it's from Strike King. That's their 300 series, and that's the deeper diver. And that's it's got purple on it. It's got some chartreuse, but there's nothing on it. It's not on the belly, though. So, ow. Oh, man, I hate when that happens. But it's got some purple, it's got some chartreuse, but it's not the same. I think this one is more like it. It's Strobe Shad. Ooh, that got me right under the nail. But that's one of the deep divers. And this other one, the last one I'll show you, is what they call their Pro Green. Now it doesn't have the chartreuse on the belly, but it does have that purple accent on top. It's got the green on the back. It's got a little chartreuse right there in the gills, but nothing on the belly. If that had a chartreuse underside, that would be the one that kind of matches it the most. But what do you guys think? Do you think that's the most popular jerkbait color right now? It's done well for me. I like it. I've done very well with this Megabass Northern Lights on there. And, you know, obviously a $25 bait, it's going to be the sharpest. But these are all good. These are all good options. Ooh, got myself with that hook good. But once again, there's that Megabass version of it. You know, we're kind of comparing all of them to that version. And I don't even know if they're the first ones who started having this color available. There's a junior size with a +1. Something like, you know, a custom bait from Pete, Stoneman and Son Lures. That's the Smithwick Rogue, the Perfect 10. Very similar. That's, I believe, the Berkeley Stunner. The Stunners are good-looking baits. You can see they're all somewhat similar. All somewhat similar. There's that old Cutter. Kind of cool. The Provoke ones. I do think the Wabi Sabi is the closest in the Provoke. And the Provoke is a good jerkbait. You can get those for, I think, 20% off on the Tackle Warehouse right now. Or, I'm sorry, Land Big Fish right now. So, jerkbait section on Tackle Warehouse hasn't started yet. And there's those Strike King ones, which are all, if you put them all together, you could maybe come up with that color. But these ones are kind of similar. Kind of similar. That's Strobe Shad. There's that purple-headed one. That green shad. It's kind of like it. So, it's a pretty popular color right now. Is it the most popular color jerkbait now? I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But that's it. So, thanks to my subscribers out there who asked that question about comparing the different Northern Lights baits. That was a good idea, and it's kind of cool now that I have them all out together, and you can see how they're similar and how they have some differences too. But you know, it all depends on how much you want to spend on a jerkbait, what brand you have confidence in. But I will say that you will catch fish on any one of these. You know, whatever you're willing to spend on a jerkbait. And you know, the Strike King ones aren't as cheap as they used to be. So, you know, some of these are mid-price ones in that $13, $14 range. The Rogues are the cheapest, but they're good. They're not cheaply made. It's just a cheaper bait because it's not, the components aren't, it doesn't have that weight, you know, transfer system that a Megabass has, or these other ones. And then you've got your Stunners, which are kind of that mid-range price-wise. Still kind of half of what a Megabass is. I couldn't find anything in my Lucky Craft section that was similar to it. They may have one, I just don't have it. And some of the other companies may have them, and I just don't have them. But that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. Gives you a chance to kind of compare and contrast the different brands and that Northern Lights color and make your decision on which ones you want to try. But as I said, you'll catch fish on all of them. You'll catch fish on all of them. So that's it. Any questions, let me know. But, you know, if you guys are into stocking up, now's a good time. Lots of sales coming towards as we get towards Black Friday, so keep an eye on that. And that's it. So I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.